Hey gamers, welcome back to another DSP video. This time around I want to discuss DSP's politics channel because the quality has started to stagnate, if not it has already stagnated. He's done this for 2-3 weeks and I feel that there's not going to be any more improvement to this series. I've been noticing every new venture this guy has done has been dying faster and faster. Like, the interest in Kyo Gaming lasted longer than the interest of DSP Reacts. These Reacts died within 3 months, and then it got retired within a year. DSP Throwback launched this year, already is dead, and it died within a week. So there's nothing going on with DSP Reacts, and now this was a 3-week venture. He's done once a week, so 3 videos, 3 streams, and already this content has already run its course. His politics content is shallow, superficial, and vapid. It has no meaningful commentary, nothing interesting, and nothing new. Nothing new to say. When anyone watches anything that's political or any political content, it's always under the assumption or hope that the person who's talking about the topic is either knowledgeable, done his research, or has some kind of experience or understanding of what they're talking about. With DSP, he just either reads the article if it's short enough, he will skim an article if it's too long, watch a clip, or just react to Twitter posts, and that is it. And there's nothing fascinating with his takes either. His reactions to the stuff that he reads is lacking in just basic comprehension. Look at the American Heart Association story he read. He did not understand that they were just simply suggesting and encouraging people to donate food other than Thanksgiving turkey and mashed potatoes, because the food that they are accepting, they want to use all year round. They don't want to just use it for Thanksgiving and call it a day, because they're feeding people every day of the year. It's not just for Thanksgiving. So they want to encourage people to think more broadly than just, I gotta give them a turkey, I gotta give them gravy, I gotta give them mashed potatoes. Like, think about like the other days of the year that they're eating. And that's what the American Heart Association was encouraging people to do. It wasn't just saying, guys, you need to donate culturally diverse foods and nothing else. It was just suggesting people to donate more than just Thanksgiving food. That was the only intent. And DSP watches the interview, and thinks that they're saying that you must do that. This is the guy that's doing a politics stream, and he can't even understand what he just listened to. And a lot of his reactions to other news stories is very biased. He has no understanding of why would people be upset about a Trump second term. Like, why are people not happy that Trump won the presidency? He doesn't understand. Instead, he doubles down on the pendulum swung. People had enough of liberalism and progressivism, and they just want to go all the way to the normalcy of conservatism, which makes no sense. We're going from one extreme to another then. But it's also shallow-minded, because a lot of the reason why Trump won the presidency is because the Democrats did a very bad job encouraging people to vote for them. They ignored the working class. They did not listen to the other Democratic voters. They did not take the Palestine protesters seriously. Like, there were a lot of issues with Kamala Harris's campaign, and this is gonna be a little bit more personal for me, I guess, but it kind of just came off that the Democrats just banked on, guys, Trump is bad, guys, okay? Vote for us. And it was just it didn't go as far in the entitled route as Hillary Clinton's campaign did, but it was just kind of like retreading that same kind of water. And it was just like, you're not going to get votes. People were already unhappy with Biden's administration, and you're not you're not encouraging them by kind of cementing yourself as being the same. Like, she kind of tied herself too tight to Biden, that not a lot of people were that enthused to vote for her, and people went for Trump because he seemed more of the drastic choice to go with to rebuild a system that is failing them or whatever. Like, it there's all of this stuff that goes into why people have voted the way that they voted, and instead of going into that kind of conversation, DSP decides it's because of the pendulum swing. Now, go to any average working class American and tell them about the pendulum swinging, and see, and just look at and just look at the look they'll give you. They'll probably look at you as if you wear a helmet to go to the bathroom, because that is the most nonsensical like correlation you can have about anything in real world. Like, nothing works on a pendulum swing. That argument worked better when it came to media, like movies, TV shows, video games. Even though that is still kind of like eye rolly, it made more sense there, because at least there you have the excuse of, companies will always look at like market trends and will try to phase into whatever is the next hot thing, whatever. But in real world, nothing works on a pendulum swing. All that all voters everywhere, people who live, are thinking of the here and now. They're not thinking, okay, we're this liberal now. Okay, I think we need to go this way now. Like, no one is thinking like that, because when is it too much? Like, are we already too liberal? I mean, there's still stuff to be done. You could argue, any liberal could argue that we're not fully liberal yet, guys. But are we too conservative now? Will we be super conservative with Trump? Who knows? I mean, it's just stuff like that is just like a meaningless talking point that is not very insightful. And for a politics channel to lack insight is very bad, because no one is going to pay attention to a person who's just giving empty platitudes, and that is DSP to a T. He doesn't give anything that's interesting or value, doesn't give you anything to chew on that may give you a new perspective on something. All the stuff he says is very safe, and not safe in like a tame, like, oh, he's not offending people kind of way. Like, he doesn't need to offend people to have a successful politics channel. What he needed was to show something that he has more of an insight on. And yet it's so obvious that all of the stories he reports on is stuff that he reads then and there. He may read the headline before the stream and then read it during the stream, and then we'll just shoehorn what he read into what he already wanted to say. Because we're 3-4 streams of him doing this, and we're already hearing nonstop bashing of liberals. Like, how far can you really go shitting on liberals? Like, this would be tantamount of if I did a politics channel and all I did was just mock Trumpers. Oh, guys, the Trump people did this, and now the Trumpers are crying, and now the Trumpers are trumping around, whatever. You're not gonna like listen to me at that point if I keep doing that, because there's nothing insightful. It's just whining. And that's what DSP has been doing, mixed up with all his other stuff that he does on his dumbass politics show, and no one will take that seriously. And I don't think anyone in his community is taking him seriously with his politics channel. I feel that a lot of LARPers are just kind of just going with it just because there is a sense of hilarity to the shit he says about real world politics. I just think it is very sad and depressing that a man who's in his 40s has arguably a worse understanding of anything in the real world than a child. A child probably has a deeper understanding of what's going on in the world than DSP. And that is just sad. The fact that DSP can't compete with a child with this. There's, again, politics is a very like sensitive topic, and I feel the best thing you can do if you go into politics and you want to discuss politics is at least come off as someone who at least understands what they're talking about. And I don't see that with DSP. I don't think he understands a single thing he has talked about. Look at the Jaguar ad nonsense. Jaguar puts out an ad announcing that they're rebranding their company. They're going to do something more drastic. They're going to break norms and this and that. And DSP reads that and thinks that this ad will not work because we have a Republican government now, and the American people have pushed away from liberalism, and you're going to see that around the world that no one wants these progressive values anymore, which is, there's no correlation with this. Because first off, a lot of these progressive liberal values are real world like things that people want in life, and these are people who actually live and they're around. You know, they're not gonna go away. And to say that we're done with them is very, it's a little tone deaf to say out loud, to put it simply. But the other thing is, advertisers have always gone for the narrative of breaking norms. They've always done this way before Trump even ran for presidency, let alone think about it. Go back to the most infamous Apple ad where you had that woman running through an auditorium and throwing a hammer into a TV screen or whatever, and it was advertising the iPod or just Apple in general, saying to think different and this and that. To advertise breaking norms has been a thing in advertising for years. To say that this is a thing that is politically charged is just lunacy or just ignorant to what is going on with advertising. And this is the guy that wants to talk about politics. He can't even understand a simple rebrand ad. The rebranding ad was just simply an advertisement for them rebranding, not for a car. The car was going to come later, which I think came out like as I'm recording this. But it was an ad just to announce we're going to be approaching our cars differently now. It's going to be a completely different thing and this and that to get the expectation out there that they may do something big in the car industry or whatever. That is all the advertisement was about. And DSP thought that it was some politically motivated commercial that is going to flop because of the current political movement in America. That makes no sense. And again, this is a worldwide car. Like, Jaguar is everywhere. And sure, you could say that a lot of the government may go more conservative in other countries or whatever, but that's not going to affect car sales as much. People may react to that in however many ways that they're going to react to it, but to say that, oh, they're doing this so that liberals will buy their cars is just, that's not why they made this ad. They're not trying to market the cars to just only liberals. It's just to people and saying, we're doing something different. The success of the ad is a completely different topic, but it has nothing to do with politics, culture values, or anything like that. All this stuff it's way too deep for DSP to even go into, because he has none of the understanding or interest in delving into that kind of philosophy. He's not a very philosophical person. That's why when you plays any video game that asks him to think a little bit more than 5 minutes, he gets angry because he has a baby brain. And politics is not for people with baby brains. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've done many takes of this video, and I think this is the best of them, because honestly, his politics content is just awful. It is just simply awful. And I don't get why he felt the need that this has to be on Kick, because it's not like he's sitting there saying hateful things. It's just very stupid things. This is like a child talking about politics. And if this is your understanding of politics, I don't think you should be having a politics channel. Like, again, I know I've like talked a little bit about politics in my content, but I feel at the end of the day, I'm a little bit more honest into like what I believe and how I think about things than how DSP has done it. where it's just nonsense, just drivel, just oozing out of his fucking mouth, and has no conscious thought as to what the fuck he's saying. So that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Guys, now I'm gonna get into my subs. Okay, I've been looking at my analytics, and everything is saying I'm doing good, and I'm great, and my content's meaningful and positive, and yet I lost. Now I went from losing 2 subs to then losing 7. Now it's then losing 5. Guys, if I don't gain 1 sub after this, I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna have to start doing bullshit. You know, maybe what we should discuss in the next stream, should I open a unboxing channel? Okay, I'm just fucking around, guys. I'm kidding. I'm joshing. Obviously, I do have an automaton. Maybe I need to play this more. Maybe that's the key. Okay, I'll play this, and maybe this will. If I gain 1 sub from playing this, I'll know you guys love the automaton. If I lose 1 sub, I don't know what to tell you. All right. That was a song. I don't know what it was. You know, it's a song. Name the song. Name the song. Name the song in the comments. Then if I like the name, I'll play it, and it'll be the theme of my videos. Whatever. I don't know. Thank you for watching. I'll end it now before I go off a cliff. Bye.